In a quiet toy shop sat a patched teddy bear with one button eye. Each night, when the shop was dark, the bear climbed down with a paintbrush in its paw. It painted gardens full of flowers, skies filled with stars, and fields glowing with sunlight. By morning, the shopkeeper found the pictures stacked neatly and put them in the window. Soon, villagers came to see the mysterious art that made them smile. The bear never asked for thanks. It only painted to share its warmth. One day, a little girl hugged the teddy bear and took it home. That night, she dreamed of colors and joy, as if the bear had painted her heart full of light. And so people said, sometimes the smallest hearts create beauty simply to be shared. When Ella wished for a fairy godmother, she expected soft wings, gentle sparkles, and quiet wisdom. What she got instead was Glimmer, 5 feet tall, hair full of glitter, snapping her fingers like a cigarette lighter.
"Girl, please,"
Glimmer said, tapping her foot.
"You're out here crying over chores? We don't have time for tears. We got upgrades to do."
She flicked her wand. The pumpkin didn't become a carriage. It became a glittering hot pink wagon with flames painted on the sides. The mice didn't become horses. They became break-dancing donkeys in sunglasses. Ella stared horrified.
"This doesn't look right."
Glitter grinned.
"Doesn't look right? Honey, it looks great!"
When they arrived at the ball, everyone gasped, not because of Ella's beauty, but because her dress had turned into a sequined jumpsuit that sparkled brighter than the chandelier. The prince blinked, speechless. The donkeys struck a pose. Glimmer shouted,
"You're welcome!"
And though it wasn't the fairy tale Ella expected, it was certainly one no one ever forgot. Little Milo was no ordinary baby. He could talk, only not very well. His words came out tangled and half wrong, which made things tricky, especially at breakfast. Each morning, his mother fed him porridge, thick, lumpy porridge. Porridge that tasted, to Milo, like soggy socks.
"Open wide, sweetheart,"
his mother cooed, spoon in hand. Milo flailed.
"No sock mish bad."
His mother blinked.
"Oh, you want more? Such a hungry boy."
She shoveled in another spoonful. Milo gagged, waving his arms.
"No sock mish, what pumpkins?"
She tilted her head.
"Did you say more mush? Another spoonful?"
Milo groaned, slumping in his chair.
"Why no words, no work?"
In desperation, he tried a new tactic the next morning. When the porridge came out, he pushed the bowl away and declared,
"Sock mush for Daddy?"
His father, halfway through a yawn, froze as the bowl was set in front of him. He took one bite, grimaced, and said, "Darling, maybe we should try something else for breakfast." Milo clapped his little hands.
"Pumpkins! Oh God, please, pumpkins!"
In the Royal Academy, Master Elias, the elf, was tasked with a new student, an orc named Gulrog. The subject, basic counting. "Now Gulrog," Elias said smoothly, chalk in hand. "If you have 2 apples and I give you 2 more, how many do you have?" Gulrog blinked. "Pie?" Elias pinched the bridge of his nose. "Not pie, apples. 2 plus 2.
"Still pie,"
Gulrog said firmly.
"I eat pies, then apples."
The elf sighed and tried again. "Very well. Imagine you have 2 swords. Then I give you 2 more swords. How many swords total?" Gulrog's eyes lit up.
"Swords! I smash!"
He stood in pantomime swinging. The chalkboard cracked. Elias winced, but nodded. "Correct. technically. Now, fractions. He drew a circle. This is a whole pie. If I cut it in half... Gulrog snatched the chalk.
Elf no waste time. Whole pie better than half pie. Lesson done.
The elf's ears twitched. That's not the point, Gulrog. But Gulrog beamed proudly.
See? Orc learn fast. Always choose whole pie. Smarter than elf.
Elias stared at the broken chalkboard, the poor reasoning, and the smug grin. He sighed. What else could I expect from your kind? Merlinio the Barber was known across Elderspire for his magical clippers and flowing mustache.
Hey, Sid, he cried, twirling his comb. You are coming to Merlinio? You live like a king. Bellissimo.
His latest customer, a nervous knight, plopped into the chair. Just a trim, the knight mumbled.
See, a trim. I'm making you shine like the sun.
Merlinio snipped away, humming an aria. But as he brushed away the knight's hair, he froze.
Madonna mia,
Merlinio whispered, recoiling.
What is this monstrosità?
On the knight's scalp, nestled under his hair, pulsed a swollen red pimple. And then it spoke. Hey there, buddy, the pimple croaked, winking. Name's Pip. Say, you gonna use those clippings? I'll give you a fair price for 'em. Merlinio dropped his scissors with a clang.
Mamma mia, the bump on your testa. He talk. He tried to make a business with me.
The knight blinked. Oh yeah, that's Pip. Been there for weeks. Won't leave.
Won't leave?
Merlinio shrieked, flailing his comb.
He tried to buy the hair scraps like some mafioso prostitute.
The pimple cleared its throat.
Look, bud, it's simple economics. You cut, I buy, we all profit. Hair market's booming down in the follicle underworld.
Merlinio slapped a hand to his chest.
Profano! You insulted the art of the hair. My snips, they are sacred, not a currency for zit goblins.
The pimple chuckled.
Think about it, pal. One bag of clippings could fetch a whole kingdom in dandruff futures.
Futures?
Merlinio wailed, tearing off his apron.
I came to give it a style, not to negotiate with the black market of acne.
The knight sighed, standing up. Does this mean no trim? Merlinio pointed dramatically at the door.
Out, both of you! I no cut the hair until the talking blemish find another barber. Dio mio! What next? Moles selling me insurance?
In the bustling market square of Bramblewick, the villagers gathered for the weekly auction. Chickens, cabbages, and the occasional goat went under the hammer. But this week's auctioneer, Pippinwick Tumbletoe, had something unusual. He clambered onto the podium, barely tall enough to see over it, and banged his gavel.
Ladies and gentlefolk, feast your eyes on today's rarest treasure, a genuine magic sword.
The crowd gasped. Pippinwick struggled to lift it onto the table. The blade shimmered with runes of fire, and even sitting still, it hummed with ancient power.
Now I know what you're thinking.
Pippinwick wheezed, wiping sweat from his brow.
Looks like you could slice a dragon in two, don't it? Well, it can. But it also makes a fine letter opener, multi-purpose.
A farmer raised a hand. Does it come with a sheath?
No, sir,
Pippinwick chirped.
But it does come with a curse that whispers your deepest fears every night as you sleep. Very motivational.
The crowd murmured nervously.
Starting bid, 1 goat.
The Hobbit declared. Nobody moved.
Half a goat.
He tried. Still silence. Desperate, he added.
Throw in a cabbage, and I'll personally demonstrate how it makes the stew even spicier.
At last, an old widow shuffled forward.
I'll take it. The neighbors never return my pie tins. A sword like that should fix the problem.
The crowd gasped as the tiny hobbit hammered the gavel.
Sold to the lady with the tin feud. May you strike fear into the hearts of thieves everywhere.
And so the legend spread. The most fearsome sword of the age was bought not by kings or knights, but by a hobbit auctioneer selling it to livestock and vegetables.